Retailers, supermarkets, and restaurants are integrating operations into unified delivery systems, pushing platforms to adapt and innovate. To explore this trend, we have here Alvi Can from Food Panda and Jeremy Van Dil from Deliverect. Starting with Alvi, what has changed in the delivery landscape as retail, grocery, and restaurants converge?
So what we're seeing ever since COVID, there has been a high uh, need for convenience among the customers in the food delivery, retail, and grocery landscape, right? So people are more opting for their food or groceries to be delivered to them as soon as possible and in a convenient fashion, which also we're seeing that they're not interested in carrying these items, these bulky items anymore.
People are used to getting restaurant food orders delivered within their doorstep within 10 minutes, but they always are looking for that extra convenience. And that also comes with they want to get that milk or eggs delivered within 10 minutes to their doorstep. And I think that's just a fast evolving way of the markets. But it's also, an evolving way of what the other industries are going to follow, right? People want to get at some point in time an iPhone delivered to their doorstep within 10 minutes. It's just convenience and speed of execution that's getting very, very common in this industry.
Let me also get your thoughts on this. How can technology shape future cross-industry partnerships among these mentioned sectors? Alvi?
So I can answer this question in the context of on-demand delivery. So what we are seeing in Food Panda, we are constantly thinking, how can we make it more convenient for our users, right? And we have explored different partnerships across the industry, for example, with ride-hailing companies such as Tada or AirAsia in Malaysia to help our users enjoy both the food delivery and also the ride-hailing aspects, right? I also think that Deliverect, being a global SaaS company, you would have more information to share regarding how you're helping out with all the restaurants that you work with.
Yeah, 100%. And restaurants as such as one component. I think convenience stores are in the same category for us, right? And it all comes down to the end customer experience. As a customer, you want frictionless ordering experiences. And that goes from placing an order, putting it into your basket, and getting it delivered to your doorstep, being able to track your driver, making sure that what you've ordered is delivered on time and is still in one piece. As Alvi was saying, people don't want to carry heavy items anymore. So in convenience ordering, people might order that 6 packs of 1.5 water bottles, for example, because they know that's too heavy for them to carry along to their house. It's about a good customer experience, making sure it's a frictionless experience from ordering, payments to delivery and reception. And that's what Deliverect tries to facilitate, is that specific component between the delivery and making sure that, for the staff and for the end customer, it's all very seamless.
We are seeing a lot of opportunities there, but let's also talk about the challenges. As delivery demand grows, what challenges and opportunities arise across retail, grocery, and restaurant services?
I think the bigger challenges that we are seeing with the entire industry as a whole is, as we're seeing across Asia, that there has been a constant inflation, right? And people are opting in for both convenience, but at the same time, they would want their food or their items to be affordable. And there is an increased price sensitivity across the board. What we are always trying to do is figure out the right balance on how do we make sure our products, our solutions are both affordable for our users, but at the same time, it makes business sense for us, right? So in Food Panda, for example, we were trying to take the opportunity to build in new solutions such as Meal for One or even pickup, takeaway experiences for our customers to cater for these challenges and so on.
Yeah, I agree with Albi on that one. I think the price sensibility is a big topic conversation. Another big focus point and a big challenge that we see from a Deliverect perspective is the lack of drivers. We've recently launched a new product within DeliverAct that is a market intelligence tool, which is called Pulse, which also acknowledges and looks for when is the delivery platform closing the store off because there's a lack of drivers. So I think that's a big challenge that the current industry is facing and that the restaurants and the convenience stores are facing as well is, does the end customer always have the ability to order from his store of choice, or is he restricted because there are no drivers available? And I think the biggest question there is, as a restaurant or as a convenience store, do I also employ my own drivers, or do I avoid getting into that operational mess that it is to assign drivers? And that's where we see some countries are very innovative in. Australia, for example, has a drone delivery available for orders that weigh less than a certain size. And I think that's the future that we're steering towards. Is maybe we see self-driving cars now in the US. Maybe self-driving delivery orders and drone orders are the future of the delivery industry.
Is this something that you are expecting to see by 2025? By next year, how do you see customer preferences evolving in food and hospitality? Go ahead, Alfie.
I think by next year for food and hospitality, for customer preferences, I think convenience is here to stay. I do think the price sensitivity or choosing affordable option is also here to stay. And one of the other thing that I do believe is becoming more and more important for our users is flexibility, right? So historically, we had believed that customer wants their food or grocery quick commerce to be delivered as soon as possible. But we are seeing more and more customers opting for flexibility. There is a certain segment of users or customers who want it within 10 minutes and so on. But there are also a large pool of customers who would want it to be delivered at a convenient time. For the customers in the first half, we have been working very closely to launch priority delivery so that they're able to get their grocery orders as soon as possible and so on.
Yeah, I think 2025 is probably going to be a bit of a multiplier of 2024, if I'm honest. People were still recovering in 2023. There was a slow adoption in 2024. And I think 2025 is a year where things go back to standard normal and the hectic periods that we've all gone through are beyond us right now. So we can probably go back to normal and order a bit more online. And it's up to us as technology platforms to make sure that we listen to the operators and that we facilitate the operations that they're looking for in order to create a seamless experience for the end customer, but also for them, and making sure that in the end, everyone gets delivered to their doorstep what they've ordered in an intact status, right?
Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Alfie and Jeremy. We are looking forward to having you back on the program.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Alfie.
So much.
Once again, those were Alfie Can, Director of Monetization and Growth at Foodpanda, and Jeremy Van Dil, Regional General Manager for Asia Pacific at DeliverAct. For more news, visit RetailAsia.com.